Also, YouTube NCG here, bringing you a Blue Eyes Chaos Max updated build for Link format. Now, I'm still wondering why Blue Eyes can't really make that dent in the meta now. The gaps there, it can kind of deal with Pendulum Magician. Sometimes it can struggle. There are certain cards it will struggle against. However, it's the consistency that's kind of had a little bit of an issue. So what I've kind of done with this build is I've kind of tried to focus on getting Chaos Max out, and I've tried to focus going second a bit more often because, you know, one thing you can like 99% guarantee is that whether you win or lose a dice roll, you can always choose to go second. If you lose the dice roll, chances are you're going to be going second. If you win the dice roll, you have that option to go first or second, so you're always in control. Whereas if you build a deck to mainly go first, even though it is a first turn format and it is a common break my board, if you can find a way of building a deck that can break like 99% of boards going second, then you kind of have to go with it. So this is my attempt at that. Without further ado, we'll crack straight into it, and we'll go off with triple Blue Eyes Chaos Max. This is an absolute beast of the game. It's so strong. Yes, kaijus are a thing. But what you've got to kind of remember, or what I try to place out is, if I'm building a deck to go second, if I win game one or whatever, then I reckon I'll be going second again. So what you kind of want to do is you'll counter side for kaijus. So you'll put into your deck, obviously we already main kaijus in this build, you'll put into your deck like Interactive Kaiju Slumber and maybe another couple of other kaijus, so that when it gets to game two, all you need to do is go Interactive Kaiju Slumber, or however you do to nuke their board and make sure they end up with a kaiju on their board. Give yourself a kaiju and then go into Blue Eyes Chaos Max, because they then can't kaiju you. And to be totally honest, if you've either cleared their board and ended up with a kaiju or anything like that, you've pretty much beat through for game. Triple Vanilla Blue Eyes, of course, have to play this guy at 3. And triple alternate white Blue Eyes White Dragon. Again, amazing card, such a good deck. Really, really cool. Because we're focusing on getting to our Chaos Max, we play triple Manju of the 1,000 Hands. Obviously, really, really cool card. The only downside is you have to run this card. It's good because it searches you out either the spell or the monster, whichever one you need most. But the best kind of way to combo it off and clear off a 1,400 that will probably get battered is with Sage Advisor Blue, because you use Manju to search out the piece you want. If you've got Sage Advisor Blue in your hand, you tag this on top of Manju and you turn Manju into a Blue Eyes. There's very few decks that can turn Manju into a Blue Eyes, but this is kind of like a 6-card engine. Add in a couple of Blue Eyes to turn that into. Triple White Stone of Ancients. Now obviously we do play a lot of discard fodder, and you can ramp that up with Twin Twisters and stuff like that. So the White Stone of Ancients is never really that bad. It's just a little bit slow, but it's not the end of the world. Then we play a double Gamma Seal because it's a level 8, so it's your trading target, and also it's always nice having a weak kaiju to dump on your opponent, especially, like I've always said with kaijus, if you have the ability to main deck it, why not? If it can offer you more than just a kaiju in your deck, so like I said, draw fodder off of tradings with this one, then why not play it? And then when you're siding, you can put in one Interactive Kaiju Slumber, and you can put in like Dugrolman, the other level 8 kaiju, or you put in the Moth, again another level 8 kaiju, and you just kind of, you've got 4 kaijus there to play around with, and if you open up your tradings, you've got dump fodder. 2 Dragon Spirits White. This is a really, really nice back row removal. You've got to remember that it's also treated as a normal monster in the graveyard, so you can use Silver's Cry with this as well. The banish effect is really, really important, and sometimes that people may forget, or you've got to remember as well, is the tag out effect to turn it into a Blue Eyes. So if your opponent's like, oh cool, I've got a 2600 beater on board, I'm going to attack your Dragon Spirit of White, you go Spirit of White's effect, tag this out, bring a Blue Eyes in, and then they're not doing anything and they're just standing there like, ah, crap. And then we finish it off with the 1 White Stone of Legend and the 1 Max C. Now obviously because we're going second, we ideally want the Max C in our opening hand. And the White Stone is there again for another fodder, and it adds that Blue Eyes to your hand straight away. Next up we play a heavy spell lineup. We don't play any traps in this build. Triple Return of Dragon Lords. Awesome, awesome card. This can help like stall out sleepers until you get what you need, and then kind of go around that way. Triple Trading, you've got so many targets. You've got 3 Chaos Max, you've got 3 Blue Eyes, you've got 3 Alternate, and then you've got your 2 Gamma Seal. So you've got plenty of targets on that one there. Triple Melody of Awakening Dragon. Again, this is your card that searches out your Chaos Max. You open up with one of the 4 ritual spells we play, then happy blooming days if you get that as well. So the 4 ritual spells we play is 2 Chaos Form and 2 Advanced Ritual Arts, both really, really important and really, really strong. Obviously, this one you send a normal monster from your deck to the grave, which is massively helpful because if you've got Silver's Cry or Return of Dragon Lord, you're bumping up your field even more so, and kind of going from there. Next up, I like to play double Book of Eclipse. Now, the reason I play double Book of Eclipse is when I activate Book of Eclipse, it's because I've got a Chaos Max on board. Or I've got Chaos, not on board, but I've got Chaos Max ready to be dropped on my opponent. The Book of Eclipse acts as both a spell and a trap because you can play it during your opponent's turn if you desperately have to. But what it also does is it gives you that ability to get past Spiral's indestructible board because you just go Book of Eclipse and there's very few things that can stop this. Book of Eclipse flips them all face down, then you go into Blue Eyes Chaos Max or your Regeki or whatever you need to do, you clear their boards off and you just go bang straight in for game. 1 Silver's Cry and then the 1 Soul Charge. So Soul Charge can be really, really king in this deck because it can bring you back pretty much everything you need apart from your Blue Eyes Chaos Max. So it helps you go for your Synchro engines, your XYZ engines and stuff like that. And then Silver's Cry because you've got the 3 Blue Eyes targets, which 9 times out of 10 will always be going into the graveyard. And then obviously you've got your Blue Eyes Spirit of White as well. Sliding in, you'll probably be putting in your Regekis, your Dark Holes, your clearances, stuff like that, and kind of mixing around with what you've got. Next up for the extra deck, we play double Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. Really, really important, especially with its tag out effect, because obviously you tag out and get into your Azure Eyes, or you can get into, well, I'll show you what we've got. You can tag out and go into your Azure Eyes, you can go into your Black Rose Moonlight, or you can go into your Michael, or your Ancient Fairy Dragon. Now, your Ancient Fairy Dragon helps to get you into this bad boy, Crystal Wing. Now, it helps by doing so. When you tag it out, you're obviously ideally going to be tagging out during your turn, using the effect to get a tuner from your hand, syncing up with this guy, and then you just kind of push in more plays and getting a Crystal Wing, which is never bad to have on board. Now for the XYZs, we play the 1 number 95 Galaxy Eyes Dark Matter Dragon, and that goes nicely along with our Galaxy Eyes Full Armor Photon and our Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon. Very, very important cards in the deck and massively, massively strong. Number 38 Hope Harbinger. Again, really, really strong card, along with Arzi, the Sylvian High Protector, Heretic Sun, the Dragon Overlord Heliopolis, and Divine Dragon Knight, Lord Felgrand. And then we wrap the extra deck up with 1 Link Monster Decode Talker, just for those odd times when you have the monsters on board, or it helps you kind of loop out your cards to the graveyard to then get, like, so if you have Dragon Spirit of White on board, you can send that to graveyard as part of materials. You can send Chaos Max to grave if you really want to. Obviously, you'd only be doing this with certain plays in mind. Your Blue Eyes Alternates, and then you're reviving them with Return of the Dragon Lords and Silver's Cry and stuff like that. So that is it for the deck profile. Very straightforward and very, very simple on this. There are many different ways you can play Blue Eyes, so we will be looking into those for you. Don't forget, obviously, to check out our Facebook page because we have got a 2,000. We've just hit 2,000. Obviously, both subs on the Facebook and likes on the subs on the YouTube and likes on the Facebook page. So massive congratulations and thank you to all of you that have subbed and just enjoy watching the content we bring you. Don't forget to check out the Facebook page because there is an awesome giveaway going away where you can get like code special editions, loads of Ultimate Guard stuff like the mats. Sleeves, deck boxes, the whole 9 yards. And then if you're a Pokemon fan because of our Pokemon channel, you can get Pokemon stuff instead of Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. Entirely up to you. It is open to everyone. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Check out our Facebook. Keep up to date with everything we're doing. We've got so many Yu-Gi tubers on here bringing you different types of content, nearly enough every single day. And what more could you want? Anyway, until next time, guys. See ya.